for an enterprise level gig. I mean,
and now for the application portion of our interview, please tie your shoe.
Yeah, exactly. So it's,
sure.
I mean, I've been to some ridiculous interviews before. Getting past that, because it's way off topic, right?
It's really late.
So if you can't find any projects of your own to do, right? If you can't sit at your house and say, okay, I need to write this application, or you're getting that stupid thing. My clock is so much better.
Well, because this shows the actual time.
I know, but my clock is so much better, see?
It is. I think we should make
We
a t-shirt
only round
out
to
of
the
that.
15 minutes.
That should be our t-shirt.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't it, though?
I like it.
Way off topic.
Way.
We're going to do t-shirts, I think.
Yeah, we're going to try to come up with something that's not out there, something a little more clever.
Something.
Like, Sean's always right. Something like that.
Hmm.
Sean is on the right.
Show us on the right.
Anyway,
Look at that.
yeah, but I'm not.
Moving on.
Moving on. So, okay, if you can't come up with any topics of your own, right? If you're sitting there just like, okay, I need to build an application, I need to build a database, because I'm out of work and I need to keep my skills up, right? And you just can't think of anything because you don't want to do anything stupid like, okay, well, I'm going to write an app.
Hello World.
Yeah, well, I'm going to write something to manage my movies, or I'm going to write something to, record the receipts as they come in from the store or something, which is,
Which we've done.
Yeah, which we've done. And they're fine projects, I guess, but the longer you're out of work, the less relevant they're going to become, right? Because...
Well, and the home projects are really limited in, what they're going to do. Okay,
Exactly.
That's the base stuff. Now what?
Yeah, exactly. And so you could make something up. I want to do a customer application, something or other, right? But, okay, so let's say that you want to, learn .NET.
Okay.
Right? And you can go to a charity, or you can go to some other nonprofit organization and say, I want to donate my time to write you a website.
My, now that's clever.
See? Who's your daddy? And unfortunately, I'm not the first one who's come up with this idea.
Oh, well then screw you.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's a really good idea to just go to local charity.
Totally a resume credit.
Yeah, exactly. And
So,
it's actual work.
So this is not only for you people that are out of work, but say for new grads. I've got a friend who is fresh out of database school and has no idea how to get a job, especially in this climate.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
And yeah, that's a brilliant piece of advice. I told her to lie. I'll just make up a bunch of stuff, put it on your resume, it'll be great. No problems.
Just tell him you worked with Sean.
So I got all of my jobs.
So go somewhere and say, look, I'll write you a website for free because I want the experience and I need something to do.
Yeah.
Right? Only a fool would turn that down.
And there are a few fools.
There are a few fools.
Then go ask somebody else.
Yeah, then go ask somebody else. Exactly. Offer your time. Maybe you'll get really, really lucky. If you hit with a big charity, you can get really lucky. Hit with somebody that's already got a web guy who can actually mentor you.
Ooh, offer yourself up as a free intern.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and it will give you something to do,
It's
someplace
gold,
to go.
Jerry.
It's gold.
That's good.
But you can even go to big companies, right? Go to their HR departments or something and say, look, I'd like to talk to the IT manager. I'm out of work. I just need to keep up my skills, and I want to offer myself as a free intern to do this. I've never tried that before, but I mean, give it a shot. I mean,
go for a half a dozen different companies. Somebody's going to say yes.
Yes, it's got to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's free stuff, right?
Especially in this day and age when nobody has enough time and effort and all that sort of thing.
And when that company comes around to hiring again, you're the one they're going to hire because you're already there, right? Mm-hmm. So, anyway, stuff like that. Another thing that I strongly recommend when you're out of work, go to the gym.
You're talking to me, aren't you?
Yes, I am, actually. But really, go to the gym because nothing will help build your confidence like getting physically stronger. And, this whole thing started because we were talking about...
being desperate in interviews.
We were talking about being desperate in interviews.
Sure.
And you need to keep a strong mental image of yourself while you're doing that. And keeping up your skill set is only part of that. Knowing that you're good at your job because you've kept up your skill set is only part of that. Go to the gym. It doesn't have to be every day, but on a very regular basis, at least 3 times a week. And I guarantee you, if you work hard at the gym, you will feel like more of a person, like more of a strong, contributing person, and you will be less likely to be mousy and meek and underdeveloped mentally in an interview. I strongly believe that. Last time I was out of work for a long time, I did that, and I actually felt better every time I went to the gym. I would feel better because it not only releases your stress, it gives you something else to concentrate on for a while, right? And it just kind of just wipes things away, right? Like get out there and hit the heavy bag for a good 20 minutes, right? I mean, it just wipes things away. But it actually improves your physical. It improves your it improves your mental self-image of your physique, right? It makes you feel better about you. Mm-hmm. And if you've been studying and you feel better about you, you're not going to be as desperate in an interview. You're going to be a confident professional that they're looking for, and you're more likely to get the job. The problem that people have is it's a downward spiral. I can't do that. There we go. It's a downward spiral. Okay?
You have the wrong hand, or you're off screen?
Oh, I was off screen because I had the wrong hand, and I don't feel like doing it all the way over here like this, so I have to switch hands.
Okay.
So, when people are out of work, and I did this, I mean, I was just as guilty of this. You do everything wrong, right? You sequester yourself. You go into a depression. You stop studying. I've got a friend right now who's out of work. He just lost a long-term gig, and man, the depression the guy hit was just phenomenal. And he was out of work for 2.5 months before he even started looking for a job because he was just so depressed. And so you've got to do something to bring yourself out of that funk, or to keep yourself from getting in that funk, right? And it's hard. It can be really hard. So,
and it affects everything. It's hard on yourself. It's hard on your marriage if you're married. It's hard on getting, a mate if you're looking for one. It's just rough all over. Your career is tied up so much in your self-image. So a lot of this, not only parallels as dating advice, but it's just kind of good, solid advice overall.
Yeah.
You should listen to us. We know things.
So, yeah, exactly. So you've got to do what it takes to keep from going in that downward spiral, right? I just like that.
As long as you're happy.
Yeah. And it's really, and it's really hard, but it's self-defeating. It's like doing drugs, right? You do that and you want to crawl out, but the more you do it, the lower you are, and the harder it is to crawl out, and the more bad decisions you make, and so on and so on, and the more bad habits you develop and stuff like that, right? Breaking out of a bad relationship is the same thing, right? You get these people that do the same things in relationships again and again and again and again, and their relationships always fail, right? Because they're doing the same thing again, and it's always very destructive behavior. Well, when you're out of work, I'm here to tell you this, man, because I've been out of work.
Testify.
I'm testifying.
Preach it.
I have been out of work.
I've seen it.
That staying at home and not doing anything and allowing yourself to wallow in your own self-pity is just a downward spiral to complete failure. And you are ensuring that you will not get that job you go out for.
I gotta say, some of the best times I had study-wise was, you remember when I was out of work between, won't name company names, but between one place I quit and another place that was great, I would take our daughter to school and then stop at the coffee shop and study for 2 or 3 hours. That was before we had our boys, and that was just good times when I was just out of work and studying, and running through. I had my laptop, was running through programs and stuff. So even doing something like that, being out of the house and studying, it's my lame little piece of advice to add to all this, but that was really good times.
Work, right? I mean,
yeah,
you've got something to contribute, no matter what I say.
I know that.
So, the best way to keep that stiff upper lip, right, is to keep that upper lip stiff. There you go. Nice embouchure, by the way.
Thank you. Very good.
Yeah, yeah. But don't fall for all of that self-destructive behavior of allowing yourself to, like you said earlier, get in a SQL community, get out talking to people, offer advice, get on the forums, change as little as possible. The only thing that's changed is you getting up and going into the office every day, right? But change as little as possible. If
you could even take that time to pursue one of your certifications.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a great time.
See, that would be that whole study thing, right?
Well, we said study. We never said for a purpose. It's nice to have a set goal at the end of it where you have a lesson plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can keep you on track. So, one of many things.
So yeah, if you're, and another thing, if you haven't ever done this before, if you haven't ever done it while you were working, start up a blog. Start blogging now, right? Keep your thoughts going. Start writing things. Keep your thoughts going. You'll get ideas. Get a test system. There's no excuse not to have a test system anymore. I mean, Microsoft's virtual PC is free.
Don't yawn.
And oh god, now you're getting me going.
You started it. We have it on film. We can run it back.
I know. But virtual PC is free, right? So you can set up a small database server on your desktop, right? And it won't be strong or powerful, but you can learn SIS. You can keep up with your thing. You can do anything you need to, right? And it won't be fast or powerful or anything, but you can keep your skills up.
Well, and there are all kinds of free webcasts, like on O'Reilly. Not just free resources as far as white papers and free books. I've seen all kinds of free books. You get on some of these database feeds on Twitter, and you're just sort of inundated, not just with news, but here's this free book on this, and here's this free thing on the thing, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, well, I mean, and we do lots of free videos.
All of our videos are free, and we do a lot, so it works out.
JumpstartTV.com by Brian Knight et al.
Yeah.
They've got lots. They've got tons more videos than we have.
There's more of them.
Yeah, there's more of them. There's more people doing videos, absolutely, and it's more their jobs too. For the longest time, it was just me doing videos here too, right? So
yeah, sure. It's only SQL only became relevant to me again when we started going. Oh, look, it's about time for me to go back to work.
Yeah,
that's funny. A year ago, it was hard to get me to care about this stuff, and I love databases. Only between projects.
And now you won't shut up.
You shut up.
Exactly. So, I guess that's all we have to say on the topic. God, man, find something to do. Find some way to do it. Blog, write. You can submit. This goes into what we were talking about before, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can write for Swag or SQL Central or SQLpedia, right?
Any of a number. The Past magazine is starting up again, and they're accepting submissions. But if you feel intimidated by that, then
start smaller.
Start with
start
the blog.
Blogging, right?
You should check out the Midnight DBA blog for an article on exactly that.
Oh yeah, that's where I heard that. I thought we had talked about it, but it was something you blogged, isn't it?
The article submissions, I told you about that. The whole don't be afraid to start up your own blog and all that. That was a blog post.
Yeah, but we talked about it, but it wasn't on camera, was it? But we had talked about it. Anyway, so keep yourself busy. Take that time to learn something new. Definitely take that time to keep up the current skills you have.
Yeah.
You'll be really, really surprised the skills you don't have when you go studying.
And volunteer.
Yes, definitely volunteer. But you'll, it's amazing when I say that it's amazing the skills you'll find you don't have. That when people get a job, they seem to just sit on their laurels and stop trying, stop studying, stop trying to do things. Well, I got a job now, so I can just...
What better place to sit than on our laurels?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But,
Are you kidding? That's a big part... Okay, not a big part of my workday, but it is a part of my... It is a small part of my workday to sit down and either study or read a white paper or go out and read other people's blogs and, steal ideas from them.
I get most of my stuff from blogs anymore.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay. I guess it's time to shut up.
Let's shut up now.
It's very late.
It's so late. We don't even have a clock anymore.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Party on whatever.
Yeah, me too. I guess it's time to go when we can't figure out a way to end it cleverly. So
just
I'll follow my
stop
own
talking.
advice and just stop talking.
Bye.